review. I would entertain a motion to
Make a
approve.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Minutes are approved. Got to get used to looking over here. Looking right at Chris. New business, item number 1, approval of a right-of-way use permit for 5860 Old Montgomery LLC for private storm drainage infrastructure located in the 22nd Avenue right-of-way. Mike, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is a land development permit that's under review in our office, and part of the component of storm drainage is going to be the area that's kind of highlighted in yellow here. For context, that's the post office to the north. The Swaim House is just to the east of this location. This is the area where the private storm sewer will be put in our public right-of-way. It connects to a structure that's basically at the corner of the intersection there. I know this is going to be a little bit hard to see detail-wise, but the area highlighted in red is the storm drain that's in the public right-of-way, and it only serves this one individual parcel.
Which
So
one individual parcel?
the development, the development of this is a single tract of land. The existing building stays, they're gonna renovate it. It's the one that looks like the old Borders house.
Right, I know.
And then, the 3 townhomes right here is new. So this storm sewer that collects this private water here will enter the public right of way and go to our system at the intersection of 14. And this is just a mechanism to establish ownership and maintenance. It'd be an infrastructure that we don't maintain.
What's the alternative? And I'm asking simply because
Certainly.
that was a very sensitive issue over my district.
Okay, so the alternative would be that we would own and maintain it.
So the storm sewer is there already?
No, it's not. It's gonna be new
It's gonna be
improvements that serve just,
Improved to meet the 3 townhomes that are
Correct.
being built facing west on 20.
second. Yeah,
Second.
on 22nd, yes, sir.
Okay. And so we're just allowing somebody else to maintain the storm sewer?
Yeah, and that's not uncommon for private development. It's a little unusual that it's in our public right of way. Doesn't happen all that often.
What happens if they don't maintain?
We'll fix it and send them a bill.
Yeah, but I mean, otherwise they'll be up in their homes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other thoughts or educations? I hadn't dealt with this before.
No, sir, not really. I don't think you'll see something like this very often. If you'll remember, the last one I brought to you was,
But it has no impact on the Swaim property.
no, sir, none whatsoever. None.
It doesn't allow anything to be developed that could not otherwise be developed.
That is correct. No, sir.
I don't believe we want to make the motion, but I don't have a problem with it.
Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Do I hear a second? I will second. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item number 1 is approved. Item number 2 is approval of a contract award with Price Civil Services for the Bellevue Drive Drainage Repair Project. The total is $99,713.80. Zach, welcome.
Good afternoon, council.
Good afternoon.
So yeah, we're seeking approval for this contract with Price Civil Services for the Bellevue Drainage Repair Project for $99,713.80. Here's kind of roughly where the location of the project is. And then this is
Can you
zoomed
go back
in.
one? Let me just get
Yes, sir.
oriented into the map of the universe.
So that's McFarland on, like, going up the center of the map.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. That's just a zoomed in version. The majority of this work will be in between 51 and 53 Bellevue. It's a pipe replacement for a section of corrugated metal pipe that failed. So this is the pictures. We actually, Public Works went back and cleaned up because it was, as water was flowing in, the pipe collapsed, caused the pipe to clog, and it was flooding the yards and getting into the houses right there at it. So Public Works was able to go in there and clean it out. So this is just a project to go in and lay a new pipe through there, a new head wall, and clean up their yards.
I make a motion. My district,
And
they
it-
been flooding us. Yeah,
And this was on the
It was-
drainage
Is
list.
this within the
Yeah.
budgetary amounts we were talking about?
Yeah, this is for neighborhood drainage, the first list, so this will be funded out of there.
All right, I got a motion,
Second.
a second. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 2 is approved. Item number 3 is authorization to enter into a joint agreement with Kansas City Southern Railway, DBA CPKC, for the closure of 16th Street Railroad crossing adjacent to the northwest corner of the Tuscaloosa County Jail. Brett,
Good
welcome.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
As stated, looking to enter an agreement
Be here
with
that long.
Kansas City Southern to close down the 16th Street Railroad crossing. Kind of put us on the map. This is right adjacent to the Tuscaloosa County Jail, right at the end of their laydown yard near our TDOT facility. This is how it looks today, and this is just a rendering of proposing what it would look like if we move forward with the agreement. This would be at no cost to the city.
Y'all got it better.
Questions?
So this is, this not closure to do work or temporary, this is permanently close it?
Yes, sir.
Whose district is
It's
it?
Mr. Eagle.
No,
It's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's been closed for a while. They had a derailment. They've had a couple of derailments over there. You know, it's been a hazard, still a hazard. I've talked to, you know, the county. There's no, issues with right there by the county jail. They don't have an issue with it. The railroad wants it. I talked to people over there in the neighborhood. You got something that's for it, something that's against it, but I think it'd be a good thing to go ahead and close.
I'll make a motion.
I think it will be too.
Yeah, I think you're doing the right thing.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
What's it?
Y'all are not right.
Green Acre.
I'm sorry. Exactly. I asked well, he's probably watching.
You're playing.
This was for
Green
him.
Acre.
All right, hold on a second. I'm losing my meeting. Item number 4 is approval of a minor public works contract with Druid Glass to replace broken windows at the Freeman Pool. Eric, the total is $2,090. Eric?
Thank you, Counselor. So the Freeman Pool over in Counselor Eatman's district has some broken windows. Need to go in there and repair them so that people weren't able to access the pool at any time. It's one of the improvements we needed to do over there.
Questions?
Is that our facility?
It is.
It-
We lease it to Para.
We lease it to Power.
Questions?
No, motion.
Motion?
Is there a reason they're not maintaining it?
Yeah.
It was more of an emergency situation where we wanted to make sure that it was secured. So we had to react.
Remind me to take $2,090 out of the Para.
Absolutely.
Second.
Okay, I got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 4 is quickly approved. Item number 5 is approval of a minor public works contract with Druid, oh, sorry. You're messing me up having to look at, I feel like I'm like an old man looking around at what screen. Okay, here, I gotta keep looking straight ahead. All right, let's go on to, what are we on here? 5. Approval of a minor public works contract with Knight Signs to replace the city of Tuscaloosa seal at the Mercedes-Benz amp. The total is 5604. Over here, that's what I'm saying. You can look at it. Yep, we've got screens everywhere.
Oh, I didn't know what you were looking at.
Well, I keep looking at Chris because I keep looking for my cue and I'm missing a lot of stuff here. Boy, it's been a long day. Item number 5. Here we go. Go, Tim.
Yes, sir. So this is funded by the AMP repairs and maintenance budget, and it replaces the city seal that is on the house right side of the stage. City seal is original to the facility and is in a state that it needs repair and replacement.
Questions?
Just wear out.
Yes, sir. The vinyl The original seal was done with individual vinyl lettering, and all of those letters are curling around the edges, and the seal itself is deteriorating.
Okay, it's coming out of where, Tim?
The AMP repairs and maintenance budget.
Motion.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 5 is approved. Item number 6 is approval of a minor public works contract with Dakin Applied Americas to replace HVAC controls at the River Market. The total is $24,500. Tim?
Yes, sir. So this is funded by the CFG Facility Improvements budget. What we're trying to do here is standardize HVAC controls throughout the facility. This is something that we're slowly moving to across all city facilities, is standardizing our HVAC controls. This installs Distech controls throughout the facility for all of the units in the entire River Market. We want to optimize our energy consumption and allow for better competitive bidding on future projects like this.
Questions?
Motion.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 6 is approved. Item number 7 is discussion of a signage upgrade at Shelby Park. If you could talk to us about that, Tim?
Yes, sir. So as I understand it, the Shelbys reached out and had requests for updating the signage at Shelby Park. They had some specific requirements for, or requests for what they wanted that sign to look like. This is the existing sign to be converted in a fashion that they have requested. What we would do, we have received some proposals to do this. Obviously, we're not asking for funding at this time, but what we would do is remove the precast that is on the sign existing, which is engraved lettering, replace that precast and install dimensional lettering, steel dimensional lettering in place of the engraved lettering. Our cost estimates that we've received at this point total right under $22,000 to do that.
Do we have a concept of what it look like?
Yes, sir. I do have a paper copy. I apologize for not having a digital version for you, but this is a proposed concept.
Todd?
Well, when the time comes for the decision, I would certainly support it. That has been a gem
Absolutely.
in the district. And
Tim?
those people are there every day.
Do you just, I know Brandy may have to tell me I can do this or not, but it's a discussion, but I believe, Cassius, you're okay with this, aren't you?
I have.
Yeah, the will of the committees to move forward with this.
Yes, sir. We
I
would
guess I
come
can
back
just make a
to
motion to do that.
It's just discussion.
yes, sir. We would come back to projects with.
It's fine.
Yes,
I
sir,
think the will of the
separate items.
committees to move forward,
Okay.
okay? And just bring it back for a specific when you're ready, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Item number 7 is done. Item number 8, authorization to execute an airport hangar lease amendment with Twin Hangar LLC. Jeff, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Our first item is an amendment to the Twin Hangar LLC facility. This used to be the sheriff's hangar. About 4 acres of development or leased acreage on the airport by Mr. Buddy Jones. They did over $1 million of improvements to their facility, and since occupying the hangar, they've liked to expand that with additional office space. And we're recommending an additional 5 years to their lease term to reflect the investment made in that facility.
Questions?
Motion.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 8 is approved. Item number 9 is authorization to execute a grant agreement with the Federal Aviation Administration and the Alabama Department of Transportation for the Cargo Overflow Apron Project. Jeff?
Yes, sir. As we're nearing the end of fiscal year 25, FAA is starting to roll out their last batch of grants. We have 2 that we've been expecting, the cargo ramp and the runway extension. The first one here is the cargo ramp. We identified this in the 2021 master plan. We have a variety of apron and pavements on the airport, but only one pavement at the airport terminal can support large aircraft. Large aircraft for us is anything over 100,000 pounds. So our large charter, our cargo aircraft, uses the main terminal ramp. Just this May, I've got a couple of pictures where we've seen a surge of cargo where it doesn't take much when you're looking at aircraft this size where we run out of space very quickly. Our other pavements are not designed for holding this size aircraft. So at max, back in May, we had about 6 aircraft on the main terminal ramp. In our 2021 master plan, we identified needing a second ramp to support this type of activity, both overflow and cargo. So I got a picture here. There on the right is the terminal ramp, as we see today, and then the project that we're applying with the FAA as a part of the bipartisan infrastructure law. Phase 1 is site prep. That's the initial grant. Phase 2 will be in 2026 for the paving portion to construct the apron shown here in the diagram.
Well, I'm a little confused, Jeff. That's the existing apron right there.
The one on the right is the existing
The
apron.
one on
and
the
red-
right is the existing.
Yes, sir. This project would be constructing the one on the left.
And what is the building on the left?
We are wanting to attract aerospace development, whether it be advanced manufacturing or a cargo facility. So that just reflects the spacing that would allow for that construction. The green part is the only part that's included in the grant. Is
Okay, so the
apron.
building is not
That's
some
correct.
proposal up right now.
That's correct.
Is this, remind me, part of the grant that Adderholt's office?
That's a totally separate.
It's totally separate.
Totally separate.
But
Yes,
we're
sir.
gonna talk about that
Yes, sir.
too. This is totally separate. Okay. Questions?
So we have the grant.
It should be coming later this week. We've got initial notice that it's.
We've been notified that we're
That
going to
we've got
be
it.
awarded. We need to come up with 58 grand to get it, right?
Yes, sir. When it's been budgeted. We knew this was coming this year.
I'm good.
Heard a motion?
Second.
Motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 9 is approved. Item number 10 is tentative award of a public works contract with John Plott Company for Phase 1 cargo and overflow apron at the Tuscaloosa National Airport. Jeff?
Yes, sir. We have already gone out to bid for this project. So upon grant award execution, we are ready to award the contract, the public works contract to John Plott Company to conduct the Phase 1 portion of this project.
And this is just to build the apron.
Yes, sir. Just the apron.
And how many bidders did we get?
We had one bidder for this project. It was within 3% of the estimate, and the FAA, that's not the first time we've had only one bidder, but that has been approved. And
Why
so
would we only have one?
we had, I think, 4 in the
Too
pre-bid
little,
meeting.
too hard?
I think it was
Other
too small of
things
a
going on?
project, too small, just dirt work. I think if we were able to do the whole project, dirt work and the concrete and asphalt, we probably would have got a little more interest. I think purely on size and scale, it was limited of interest.
Okay, and the rules are if it's within 3% of the projected cost, estimated cost?
I'm not sure if there's a limit on the percentage, but the FAA and ALDOT were okay with just having one bidder because it was close to the original estimate that the engineer provided.
Questions? Any other questions?
Mayor, you have any thoughts on that? Motion.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item number 10 is approved. Item number 11 is authorization to execute a grant agreement with the Federal Aviation Administration and the Alabama Department of Transportation for the runway extension project. Jeff?
We're very excited to come before you with the grant award has been received, a grant award offer. This project started in 2022, working with our congressional delegation, specifically with Senator Shelby, to create a strategic expansion of the airport with the runway, the primary runway of the airport, to be extended by 1,100 feet. This process was started in 23 as far as the initial grant process where we did the environmental assessment. Earlier this year, we started the design, and now we're ready to execute the grant to start the bid phase and construction services currently scheduled for next spring. The environmental was over 20 months long. Design started in February. We go to bid advertisement later this month and hope to have opening bids in October. And that will tell us the true cost based off the level of interest on this size and scale of a project. But we received this grant award notification last Friday and are ready to execute upon your approval.
And what's our match, Jeff?
The match requirement for this is 2.5%, be $676,597. This has been budgeted out of Elevate and the grant portion item.
And what's the extra 1,100 feet do?
Gives us the ability to accommodate larger aircraft, but some of the current fleet mix that we have, they've been flying in and out of Tuscaloosa with a weight penalty. They haven't had the runway length to maximize the full load and capabilities of each individual aircraft. This specifically impacts our cargo and large charters for our collegiate customers.
More runway allows them more weight.
That's true. That's it.
Motion.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 11 is approved. Item number 12 is authorization for the Chief Information Officer to execute budgeted agreements with AT&T Enterprises. Jason, welcome.
Thanks, sir. This is similar to some other agreements or some other resolutions that have allowed me to sign with things like Verizon, Comcast, other utilities for things, in the phone and cable line areas.
Questions?
Motion.
Is this a blanket?
Yes, sir. It is blanket,
Authorization?
as long as it is approved by the city attorney and it is a budgeted expense.
You still come here.
Not for these items, but these are.
Up to what amount?
I don't believe there is a dollar amount on it, but for instance, we're working on a project to remove all of our analog phone lines. AT&T is discontinuing them. Those require individual signatures for individual things to convert them for, which is why we went for more of a blanket. But they do require that they are pre-budgeted, so they will not exceed. These are typically things that are.
Mr. Chairman, I'm gonna apologize for my unprepared. I'm gonna ask for 1 week to study this.
Okay.
Motion to, and Jonathan, let's you and I talk after.
Yes, sir.
Motion to table 1 week.
Motion to table. Your second. Cassius, you want me to?
You can second.
I'll second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item number 12 is tabled for 1 week. Item number 13 is approval of a professional services contract with Tyler Technologies Incorporated. Jason?
Yes, sir. I will start off here. The contract that we have with Tyler Technologies for our enterprise system that does budgeting, accounting, human resources, and our water billing office is several years old. I think it was 14-ish years old. The city attorney's office has requested that we get an updated version of this contract. This is in addition to this, Ms. Dandridge. Oh gosh.
I'm over here.
Has an item to go along with this that the renewal of the contract somewhat triggered.
What basically does this do?
This is the
Contract to
system.
do what?
This is the annual maintenance and service contract for this piece of software. Yes, sir. Which is used by everyone.
And Carly's going to add your
Yes,
piece to it. while
So
we're
kind of fill you in about what this is a large contract, and I understand. So to fill you in on what the software actually does, it is considered our enterprise resource management software, or ERP, and so it handles every single financial transaction. From vendor payments to payroll to all the revenue checks in to water and sewer billing. So every single bill that is generated for water and sewer is also generated from this technology. It handles all of our human resources. And so it handles all of the employee data. And then what we're also trying to add to this contract through this amendment is we would like to be able to expand into a module that Tyler offers called Resident Access. And what Resident Access does is it allows for online payments and renewals of business licenses for our commercial customers. This is one thing that we do feel has not been up to our standard of offering commercial client access. And so this is something that's really needed to move forward. Tyler offers an integrative type of module for all of our Munis software that we already use. So there's no extra bridges that need to be built. through the technology offering. They are also offering us a cashiering level to do that. So it's resident access to allow the commercial entities to renew their business licenses online, but then also to pay via online access as well. And that's called it's called Tyler Payments, and it's another module that we're adding into the mix. So that is all budgeting, that is all financial transactions, human resources, water billing, and then now we're also going to add our revenue online payments.
Questions?
Motion.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank y'all. Item 13 is approved.
Question, city clerk, what would I need to do to untable my table? I found the limiting feature that made me happy.
So you'll do a motion to rescind your table, and then a second, and then we can.
And then
Motion to rescind my table.
got a motion to
Second.
rescind his table. And we got a second. All in favor to
Aye.
rescind, say aye. Aye.
Now you
Okay, we're back on the table. We're gonna make a
Do
motion
a
to,
motion to reconsider.
motion to reconsider item 12.
Make a motion.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So item 12 is now approved.
Now we gotta vote on it.
Now you can vote
Oh,
on it.
didn't we did
We
vote.
did
didn't we?
vote.
No, you voted to consider vote.
Well, I think I want to table it now.
I'm gonna go home.
I'm kidding. So, who's on first? Anyway, okay, so we got, it's on the table right now with a motion second. All right, I need a motion and a second. All in favor
Aye.
of approval of item 12, say aye. Aye. Motion is approved. Y'all want to talk about that anymore?
No. I'm not on the committee, and I don't wanna hear about it.
All right. I forget that one time that guy said, "Who am I and why am I here?" Item 14, annual review of the license agreement for the Department of Army with Riverwalk River Market site. Mr. Bobbitt, welcome, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Save us.
Well, it's almost September, so it's once again time to have our annual renewal of our license agreement with the Corps for the River Market. And that's about what it is. We have to do it every year until we swap land with them. But the reason it's on the agenda tonight is they sent it to us a little later than normal.
We need to
We have
table
to get back to them by the end of the month, so it's on there tonight to allow us to get it executed and turn it around by the end of the month.
You feel good about this?
I've done
Apparently.
it for, I don't feel any different than any of the other times. I sent it off.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Item 14 is approved. Item 15 is the Sports Illustrated Resorts amended ordinance. Zach?
No, this is a good thing. So, this is just to clarify. So as you can see in the ordinance there, really the focus on paragraph 3. When the Sports Illustrated team was reviewing the approved ordinance, they just wanted more clarification on what their requirements would be for the Riverwalk portion. And so that's really spelled out in paragraph 3, working with OCE, IT, and then their team and our, OCA as well, to really just clarify, they're going to be installing the light fixtures, they're going to be installing conduit for our, cameras and things like that in the future. So
is that all it's basically doing?
that's all.
Clarifying
Yes, sir.
what everybody's responsible for.
Right.
Okay.
And one real quick thing, this is not going to need another public hearing or anything like that. We're just putting it on this agenda for full transparency throughout the whole process of the Sports Illustrated Resorts.
All about that, Zach.
Right. Yes, sir.
Please, no more public hearings. All right, so is everybody clear with what we're doing?
Motion.
A motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item 15 is approved. Is there any other business to be brought before this committee today? Hearing none, before I entertain a motion to adjourn, our next meeting will be next Tuesday on August the 26th. Hearing no new business, I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
So I'll give you one just a second. We're gonna have, Mayor, you're gonna do your budget presentation. We've got, Ms. Sandy, 3 or 4 minor, relatively quick items
Yes, sir.
up front. So let's take a 5-minute break when we adjourn from here.